sports fans, and welcome to the Carl York Center here on the campus of Fairland High School, where tonight's Ohio Valley Conference matchup between the Rock Hill Red Women and the Fairland Lady Dragons. The Rock Hill Red Women come in sporting a record of 4-13 overall and 2-9 in the Ohio Valley Conference. Their coach is Coach Eric Bailey, and tonight he's going to start number 24, a point guard, junior, Aaliyah Matney. Number 1, a shooting guard, Hayden Bailey, a daughter of the head coach. Number 2, Emma Scott, a shooting guard and a freshman. Number 13, Hope Easterling, a stretch forward and freshman. And Mackenzie Hanshaw, number 24. She is the power forward, and she is the lone senior starting for this team. He only is dressing 7 players. Tonight for the Dragons, with a record of 14-1, 10-1 in the Ohio Valley Conference, we'll see the same starting lineup, Coach, that we saw on Monday night in a blowout over the Chesapeake Lady Panthers. Number 1, point guard Emma Marshall, senior. Number 22, freshman post player Bree Allen. Number 23, sophomore shooting guard Tommy Hinkle. Number 33, senior Mia Howard. And number 44, Kirsten Orsbon, a senior. Coach, joining me tonight, as always, Coach Dave Carroll, the Lady Dragons. We'll get to him in a minute. He's still seething over the ball game. He just won by 18, so, wasn't quite up to his standards. At this time, we'll pause for the national anthem.
Please stand, remove your hats, and face the flag as we play our national anthem.
As I was saying, joining me in the booth as always, my good friend and coaching colleague, Dave Carroll. Coach, what do you think we're going to see here tonight?
Well, I don't know. Rock Hill only has 7 girls, looks like, on the roster. And, Fairland's pretty deep. If it turns into a track meet, it's going to be a long night for the Lady Redmen.
Yeah, they got multiple contributions Monday night. Reese Barnett comes to mind, comes off the bench, scores team high 16 points. I think she had 4 threes. Kylie Bruce comes off the bench, real nice shot intimidator inside. Her and Bree Allen kind of owned the paint. And I can't say enough about Emma Marshall. The game she played, she had half a dozen steals and 15 points. and really had a great floor game.
And the two that you didn't mention just got called out there, 44 and 33. Mia Howard and Kirsten Orsbaum played great defense the other night.
Yes,
They really
I
did.
mean, it was a total team effort for the Lady Dragons, and I don't know what to expect. I mean, I know what I expect to see, but
Well, you didn't know, because I'll tell you what, I thought what I was going to expect in our game tonight, and we didn't get that.
exactly, and I've seen the Lady Dragons play down to their competition a couple times.
Right.
Now, they didn't the other night. Well, they started out, and it was down 10-6 in the first quarter, and then the defense turned it up, and, I mean, they turned it way up. So,
Well, would they outscore them 24 to, what was it, 24 to 6 or something in that second quarter the other day?
They scored 62 points in the last three quarters.
Wow.
It was 72-46. All right, we're ready for the tip. And that goes to the Lady Redmen. I keep calling them Red Women. The Lady Redmen. Down the lane. Up top to Matney. Matney, number 2. And that's Emma Scott, shooting guard. Launches a three, and just like that, it's 3-0. Lady Redmond. Around it. Horn to Tommy Hinkle, and she launches a three, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net, and it's 3-3. 7:22 to go in the game. And Rock Hill has just lost the ball. Emma Marshall picks it up. Sees Mia Howard. She loses it out of bounds. Lady Redmond ball. Bob Sparks, one of your officials, and Chuck McKnight. Oh, that ball is rejected. Matney's shot, that was Bailey's shot that was rejected by, and Emma Marshall took her eye off the ball there and dropped it out of bounds. It'll be the Lady Redmond ball on the side. Number 2, Emma Scott, inbounds to 0-0, Matney. Matney down the side, dribbles into the paint, puts up a floater, it's off, and that ball is Easterling thought she had to rebound, but Tommy Hinkle picked it clean. Bree Allen from the right elbow, it's off the right of the rim. And it's knocked out of bounds by Tommy Hinkle. It'll be the Lady Redmond basketball. Number 2, Emma Scott inbounds to Haley Matney. Matney back to Scott. Scott brings it across the line to Hayden Bailey. Back out top, Scott. Scott's number 24. That's Mackenzie Hanshaw, the senior, and she drains it. It's 5-3, Lady Redmond. Kirsten Osborne to Marshall. Marshall over in the right corner to Mia Howard. Down low to Bree Allen. She makes a great pass inside to Orsbon, who didn't get the ball quite up high enough over the rim, and it's knocked out of bounds. Inbounded by the Lady Dragons, Emma Marshall. She's looking, finally gets it in to Bree Allen. She runs it down, comes across the timeline over to Emma Marshall. Up top to Mia Howard. Back to Marshall. She's going to let one fly from 3, bottom of the net. Dragons take their first lead, 6-5. Marshall cuts off 0-0 Haley Matney, and she retrieves the ball, and Coach Eric Bailey calls quick timeout, saved the possession. And Fairland comes out and applies full court, looks like full court man. Scott gets it into Matney. Matney brings it to Bailey. Bailey loses it to Howard. Howard down low to Tommy Hinkle, she drops off the bounce pass to Emma Marshall, and she lays it up and in just like that. It's 8-5. Hinkle with another steal. Gives it back to Mia Howard, and she lays it up and in. And the Dragons have sprinted out to a 10-5 lead after trailing early. And just like that, they've doubled up the Lady Redmen.
And what did I just say? Unforced errors.
Yep.
Off the press.
Oh, speaking of grandkids, I got to give a shout out to Rosie Jacks Donahue. She's my daytime playmate, man. I got to give her a shout out. Took her out in the snow today, Coach. And she was only out there 20 minutes. And I mean, it was freezing.
Oh, I'm sure you were probably the one that was cold.
At 4 o'clock, she was asleep on the couch. Okay, Rock Hill Lady Redmen, ball being inbounded by Emma Scott, brings it to 0-0. Matney, she hits the bottom of the rim. Bree Allen comes out there with it over to Emma Marshall, to the left wing to Hinkle. Hinkle back over to the right wing to Howard, inside to Bree Allen, who dumps it down low. Back out top to Marshall, in the paint to Allen. He's dribbling, looking. Kirsten Osborne takes a shot and misses it off the back of the rim. Coming out with it is Hayden Bailey. She drops it off to number 2, Emma Scott. Launches a three, it's off the back of the rim and out of bounds to the Lady Dragons. Bree Allen inbounds the ball. Emma Marshall brings it up across the timeline to Kirsten Orsbon. Hankels gets one in the left corner, launches a three, and it's off the back of the rim. Brought out of there by Mackenzie Hanshaw, who promptly is picked off by Emma Marshall. And Kirsten Orsbon is called for traveling. Checking into the ball game, the youngsters, sophomore Reese Barnetts and freshman Kylie Bruce. Checking out Orsbon and Howard. Matney bringing the ball up and loses it. But it's picked up by, and it's lost again. We got a scrum here at half court. And it's picked up by Scott. And then it's picked off by Marshall. Marshall brings it down the floor over in the left corner to Hinkle, and she drains another three. And it's 13-5 with 3:40 to go in the first quarter on a running clock. Dragons applying pressure. Emma Marshall knocks it out of bounds. Lady Redmen will retain possession. 3:35 to go. Ball's inbounded to Hanshaw. She kicks it back to Scott. Scott brings it across the line. Hands off to Easterling. Easterling down low to Hanshaw, and she throws it out of bounds across the baseline.
Another unforced error.
Checking into the ball game for the Lady Redmen, number 22, C.G. Pancake, and number 21, Jana Bailey. Barnett's on the right wing, back out top to Marshall. Barnett gets it back, lets it fly, and it's off the rim. Rebound by C.G. Pancake. Brings it across and pulls it back out to the right wing. Cross court to down low to Hanshaw, and she blows the shot, and we got a tie up. It'll be the Lady Dragons basketball. Bruce inbounds it to Marshall. She walks it up across the half-court line over to Barnett's. Barnett's down low to Bruce, and Bruce loses it. And then it's thrown away, and Marshall picks it off. Takes it to the right corner to Bree Allen, and she drains a three. And just like that, it's 16-5 with 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Easterling brings it up. Matney down the corner to Pancake. Pancake dribbles to the paint and travels. Kylie Bruce inbounds it to Marshall. Inside to Bree Allen. She takes a Euro step and misses it. Pancake brings it down and she loses it. Marshall comes out there with it. Down the lane, kicks it out to Barnett. She lets it fly, and it's short, but picked up by Bree Allen, who lays it up and in with the left hand, and 18-5, 1:45 to go in Easterling got the ball in the right corner, but she stepped on the line. It'll be the Dragons basketball. Checking in for the Lady Dragons, Libby Judge for Bree Allen. Barnett's drops it off the Judge. Marshall lets it fly. Boom. Three-pointer for Emma Marshall out of the left corner. Pancake takes it hard. Easterling, takes it hard to the basket, lays it up and in, but she traveled. It'll be the Lady Dragons ball. Bruce inbounds again to Marshall. Brings it up across the timeline. Back to Kylie Bruce. Over to Marshall. Back to Bruce. In the paint. Takes a couple dribbles and loses control. That shot is up and in by number 2, Emma Scott, off the glass. 21-7. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Bruce inside the Judge. Back out to Marshall. Her three is off the back of the rim, but Bruce rebounds. Takes it inside, and she's fouled. Foul occurred on the floor, so it'll be the Dragons ball out of bounds. 2 fouls on the Lady Redmen. Dragons yet to foul in this game. Marshall, another three out of the corner. Boom. Oh, she's feeling it. 24-7, 40 seconds to go on a running clock. Ball's inbounded. Aaliyah Matney takes it to the paint, puts it up and in. And the ball is thrown down low to Kylie Bruce. She handed it off to Libby Judge, and she's promptly tied up. And jump ball possession error goes to the Lady Redmen. Number 2, Scott, brings it into Matney. Matney brings it down the floor, and it's knocked out of bounds. Hayden Bailey inbound the ball. Looking. And it's stolen by Reese Barnett to Marshall. Marshall to Tommy Hinkle, and she lays it up and in. 10 seconds. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Hinkle. It'll be the Lady Redmen basketball. Ball's inbounded. Hinkle applying pressure. Matney brings it down. Doesn't get it off in time. And after one period of play, it's the Fairland Lady Dragons 26 and the Rock Hill Lady Redmen 9.
Emma Marshall got 11 points that quarter. Tommy Hinkle had 8. Bree Allen had 5, and Mia Howard had 2.
I can see Emma Marshall, if she's making shots, she'll take shots.
Yep.
But one of the things that I don't like is she's not making them, she won't take them. And,
you know what,
most of your good shooters.
You got to have confidence and keep shooting.
Exactly. You shoot yourself in a a drought, you got to shoot yourself out.
That's exactly right.
And she's letting her fly tonight with pretty good success. She got 3 threes in the game.
Yep, she's got 3 threes and a 2. She had a layup down there, I believe. Playing hard. You know what? Both teams are playing hard. You know, it's like I said earlier, Rock Hill just made some unforced errors. Well, maybe I shouldn't say unforced because we've defended them pretty well.
I would say that, you know, I don't know what the total is on shots right now, but we've probably got them at least doubled up on shots taken and certainly on shots made. So it'll be the Lady Dragons' possession here to start the second quarter. The score is 26-9, Lady Dragons. Kirsten Orsbon inbounds to Hinkle. She brings it to the right wing, back to the left wing. And back to Barnett. She puts up a left-handed runner. And it's off, rebounded in there by Hope Easterling. And Hayden Bailey brings it down the side, and she's fouled. That's the first team foul on the Lady Dragons. I don't know, who was that? Who did they call it on?
Reese Barnett.
Reese Barnett. And there's one on Kirsten Orsbon over the back. Lady Redmen trying to get it inside to Easterling. And Orsbon goes over the back. So Lady Redmen will inbounds underneath their own basket. Inside to Easterling. She puts it in the right corner to Emma Scott, who misses it off the front of the rim. Hinkle to Bree Allen, lets one fly out of the right corner. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And just like that, it's a 20-point lead for the Lady Dragons. Scott brings it down over to Easterling. To Mackenzie Hanshaw, who 3 is short. And that pass is picked off by Hayden Bailey. She takes it to the rim, lays it up and in. Hankel quickly down the floor. Nice pass inside to Kirsten Orsbon, and she lays it up and in.
Who scored that one?
Orsbon. Assist to Hinkle. Bailey brings it down the floor. Excuse me, that's Scott. She's fouled by Reese Barnett on the drive. That's team foul number 3 on the Lady Dragons. That's 3 in about 30 seconds. Bailey inbounds it. Inside to Hope Easterling. She puts it up, and it's off the back of the rim and bounces through. And 31-13. Marshall, right wing to Mia Howard. Tries to get it down low to Kirsten Osborne, and she's shoved from behind. That'll be the 3rd team foul.
I didn't see whose foul was that on.
I don't know. I think it's, I think that was Emma Scott. As it shows her with 1 up there, and they only have 3.
Did you not eat dinner tonight?
Well, I always work up an appetite when I get done here. Yes, I had dinner, thanks to my wife Peg, the Pegster. Ball goes inside to Allen. Allen gets it, tries to get it down low to Howard. And then we got a tie up on the floor, Hanshaw and Howard. And that's a jump ball, and Lady Redmen will get possession underneath the basket. Now fouls are really mounting up. That foul is on Mia Howard. That's her first and the team's 4th. Scott to Bailey, back to Scott. Bailey, and that ball's picked off by Howard. Howard to Marshall. She runs it up the floor, passes it off, and it's about a 5-footer from Hinkle, and it's off the back of the rim. Out of bounds to the Lady Redmen. Inbound the ball, Emma Scott brings it into Matney. Matney, half court to Easterling. Back to Bailey. She puts it up. And rebounded by Pancake, and she misses it. The Lady Dragons came out there with it, and Hinkle takes it to the basket, but she's called for steps. And it'll be the Lady Redmen basketball. Scott to Matney. Matney to Bailey. Bailey down the lane. Kicks it out to the corner to Pancake. Back up to Matney. And that three-pointer is put up by Hayden Bailey. She drains it. It's 31-16. Down low to Hinkle. She dribbles back out. Marshall at the top. Inside to Bree Allen. She takes it to the hole and lays it up and in. Nice move, nice shot. Bailey gets it to Easterling. Back to Scott, back to Matney. Matney out top between the circles. And there's a three in there by Emma Scott, and it's off the front of the rim. Hinkle comes out there with it. Takes it down low to Worsbon. Back out top to the Dragons really moving the basketball. Great job. That ball didn't hit the floor. Started out in the left corner, went to the wing, to the top, down low in the short corner, and inside to Bree Allen. That's great ball
that's
movement against the zone. And that's just the way you have to attack it.
That's right, passing. Passing.
If you're going to dribble against the zone, you got to be attacking a gap. Well, the Dragons just moved the basketball and got it where it needed to be. She got fouled on the play, and she puts her free throw up and in, and just like that, it's back to a 20-point lead. 36-16, 4:20 to go on a running clock. Emma Scott takes it down inside, and she took one step too many. So we got a traveling call, and it'll be the Lady Dragons basketball. Inbound to Marshall. Brings it up across the timeline. Inside Bree Allen, wide open. Puts it up and in. Not much defense in the middle of that zone, Coach.
There's absolutely no defense. I think they're worried about the three-point shooters, I'll be honest with you.
Worsbon picks that pass off. She's going hard, crosses over, takes it up, puts it up and in. Matney with it across the line. Back out top to Bailey. Bailey to Matney. Oh, that shot is knocked away by Emma Marshall, but quickly thrown away by Howard. Scott puts it up, and it's off the front of the rim. And Mia Howard rebounds it, and she's fouled from behind by Mackenzie Hanshaw. That's Hanshaw's first foul, team foul number 4.
You know, we talk about officiating, Coach. It's 4 fouls apiece.
Yeah. Checking back into the game for the Lady Dragons is Kylie Bruce and Libby Judge. Worsbon and Howard check out. Bruce with it to the left corner to Libby Judge. Back to Marshall. Inside to Kylie Bruce, who puts it up and in. Nice move by the freshman there. Nice soft touch. That's some of the toughest shots sometimes. It's 3 feet away. And that pass is picked off by Hinkle, and she's going to lay it up and in. Oh, no, she a little too hard. Came off the front of the rim. Back out top to Bailey. Bailey back to Scott. Scott back to Bailey. Easterling comes out, sets a pick for Bailey, and Bailey puts one up, comes off the back of the rim. Rebounded in there by the Lady Dragons. Marshall with it, dribbling on the right corner. Right wing, excuse me. Libby Judge down low to Kylie Bruce, she tries to make a bounce pass inside to Bree Allen. She's tied up. And it'll be the Lady Redmen basketball. 42-16, 2:22 to go in the second quarter. You think they'll hit the half-century mark here, Coach? I'm gonna say they will. Game's going awful fast. Bruce comes out there with it, gets it out to Hinkle. Hinkle to Judge. She loses it out of bounds. I don't know now. They were wasting some possessions here. Excuse me.
Well, you know what? Think about how much this pace has increased in this last.
Right.
Yeah, let's say.
You know, the Lady Redmen are playing hard.
They are.
They're just out-talented, I think, Coach. But they are playing hard. Bailey takes it hard to the hole. She tries to put one up, and it's rejected. And Hinkle comes out there with it, gets it to Judge. She's back out top, and she throws it across the timeline. That's going to be an over-back call. It'll be the Lady Redmen basketball. Foul line extended.
2 possessions, 4 points lost right there. That would be 46.
Yeah, it's getting a little ragged. Well, it's fast-paced. Bailey inbounds the ball to Matney. Matney picks it up, dribbles it across the timeline. Takes it hard to the basket, puts it up, and it's too hard. Off the glass, rebounded by Judge. Judge to Marshall. Marshall down low to Bree Allen, and she turns, tries to put up a shot, and she's fouled. And the foul is on Hope Easterling. That's her first. And checking back in for the first shot is up and off the back of the rim. Is Mackenzie Hanshaw. She checks in for Jana Bailey. Bree Allen eyes the basket, puts up the second shot, and it's off the back of the rim. Libby Judge comes out there with it, gives it back to Bree Allen. Kylie Bruce got the rebound, put it up, and it's off. And that foul is on Bree Allen. That'd be her first. Team foul number 5. Scott brings it across the line. You got Barnett's on her. She loses it and picked up in there by Kylie Bruce. Over to Judge. She brings it down. Back to Marshall. Over top to Bruce. Bruce to Allen. Allen to Barnett's, and she puts it up and misses it. Coming out of there with it is CG Pancake. Brings it to Scott. In the corner to Hanshaw. Gets her own rebound. Back up by Hope Easterling, and it's short. There's a travel on Reese Barnett's. Another wasted possession. 42-16. 34 seconds to go.
Coach Todd Nip taking off now here, Coach. Headed out the door.
I remember him. Oh, there's a shot. It's nothing but air. Rebounded by Easterling. She puts up an air ball. Marshall down inside. Allen. Allen to Barnett's. Barnett's off the rim. And it's out of there. 6 seconds to go. Taken hard to the basket. But picked off in there by Bree Allen. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Fairland Lady Dragons 42, Rock Hill Lady Redmen 16. Okay, we're back here at the Carl York Center. We got a couple minutes to go before the second half starts, and so I'm going to turn it over to my buddy Dave Carroll, and he's going to give you some halftime stats.
All right, for the Lady Redmen, Aaliyah Matney has 2 at the half. Hayden Bailey has 5. Hope Easterling has 2. And Mackenzie Hanshaw has 2, and that gives them their 16. For Fairland, Emma Marshall has 11, all in the first quarter. Kylie Bruce has 2. Bree Allen's the leading scorer right now. She's got 15, had 10 in that second quarter. Tommy Hinkle's got 8. Mia Howard has 2. And Kirsten Orsbon has 4. So we better
Nobody in real foul trouble from
no,
the team, I don't
no,
think.
we got 2. Let's get a couple shout-outs here. I got to shout out to my children. They're watching again.
Go
I
with
think
it,
all
brother.
yours are here.
We might have to do a lot of shouting out here in a second.
Uh-oh. And I know that we got a couple new ones listening tonight. Kenan and Matt are listening. They said make sure you give them a shout-out. So there you go, guys. And, of course, Miss Montgomery who's listening. I'm done.
You want to say hello to anybody there, Cash? Say hi to Dad. Say hi, Dad. Say hi, Dad. What's that?
He said he wondered if he could last long enough to coach his coach's granddaughter.
Oh, wow. Well, I have done some coaching of them during All-Stars. Yeah. It'll be Lady Dragons basketball. Orsbon inbounds to Hankel. She gets it inside to Bree Allen.
And I wonder where that play came from. I believe that was Green.
That's Green. Yep, that's Green. It's good to see some things that's still around.
Hey, we use that.
Matney
we
brings
still
the ball
use
up.
that stuff.
Yeah, I seen you. I watched you guys on YouTube and Armstrong, local channel. Now I'll get a shout out to Doug Morse. He's our producer. Does a great job. And you can watch this game on your local Armstrong channel or on YouTube streaming. Always sends me the link so I can send it to her.
I send it out to a few.
Yeah. And it's, you know, to think about it, this thing's showed all over the world. I mean, the nation.
Well, they definitely aren't tuning in to see the bifocal bandits, I'll tell you that.
Hankel loses that ball out of bounds. It'll be the Lady Redmen basketball. Inbounded by Scott. Scott brings it to Matney. Matney walks it up, and he's going to face a little pressure. Howard just about picks it, and Hankel does. Hankel takes it to the basket, puts it up. It's no good. And she grabs the ball, but she had not established herself inbounds yet, so it'll be the Lady Redmen basketball.
That's a good hustle by Tommy, though.
Yeah. They're gonna struggle right here, Coach. They got three-quarter court pressure. A little 1-2-1-1. Marshall on Scott. Scott to Hanshaw. Hanshaw gets it over to Matney, and she loses it out of bounds. Just little stuff like that. You know.
Again, that's an
Unforced
error.
Bree Allen inbounds the ball to Marshall, and she walks it up across the timeline. Over to Hinkle. Now they're in their man offense. Hinkle tries to get it down low to Orsbon. Throws it a little too high. It's picked off. Shots thrown up there by Matney. It's in and out. Howard comes out with it. Marshall takes to the hole. And she's going to be fouled by Tommy Hinkle. That's her first. And that's the team foul number 1 in the second half. And we've got a quick timeout called by Coach John Buchanan.
I think one of the things hardest for kids, doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, is you got to play within what you're able to do,
right?
And what's in your system that you play.
Bailey inbounds the ball to Matney. She's dribbling around in the right corner, back out to Scott. Scott lets it fly. Boom, bottom of the net. 42-19, 6:10 to go on a running clock. Hinkle. Bree Allen at the foul line, puts it up and in. 44-19. Scott inbounds to Matney. Matney over to Bailey. Bailey back to Matney. She finally gets it across the line. We got a double team. And Eric Bailey calls timeout. He didn't like the looks of that. She's getting ready to put herself in a pickle. I'm going to tell you. They had the double team, and the end was not going to be good. So that was a good timeout by Coach Bailey. Inbound the ball for the Lady Redmen and Hayden Bailey. She gets it looking, finally gets it to Matney. Matney dribbles. Back out to Scott. Scott lets it fly, and it's off the rim. It's rebounded in there by Hope Easterling. She puts it up and around, and it falls. That basket's good, and she's going to go to the free throw line to complete the three-point play. Hope Easterling, another freshman coach. She's at the free throw line, puts a shot up and off the rim. And it's knocked out of bounds by Bailey. It'll be the Lady Dragons basketball. Kirsten Orsbond bringing in bounds. Gets it to Tommy Hinkle. Hinkle brings it across the timeline. And they're in their motion offense. Howard driving hard to the hole, puts it up, and it's Matney brings it down the floor. She gets it over to Hanshaw. Hanshaw to Hayden Bailey. She puts up a shot, and it's a little bit short and off the front of the rim. Allen comes out there with it over to Hinkle. Hinkle drives it in, up. No defense that time. Laid it up and in. 46-21. Dragons with a 25-point lead. Bring that ball down the floor is Hanshaw. She's dribbling, takes it down to the middle, puts up a shot, and she's fouled by number 33, Mia Howard. That's Howard's, her second. And Dragons have already got 3 team fouls. It's going to put Aaliyah Matney at the foul line. Puts it up, and it's off the back of the rim. Reese Barnes checks in for the Lady Dragons for Mia Howard. Matney eyes the basket, puts it up, and that's too strong. It's off the back of the rim. Hope Easterling trying to get the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds by Warsbond, and it'll be the Lady Redmen basketball. Hayden Bailey. Inbound. Gets it into Matney, but it's knocked out of bounds quickly by Emma Marshall. Bailey, foul line to Scott. Scott puts it up. It's partially blocked. And Hope Easterling comes out there with it again, puts it up, but she's fouled. And this time, this foul goes on Tommy Hinkle, her second, team foul number 4. Fouls a Mountain coach, 4:36 to go, and they've already got 4 team fouls.
Not playing real smart right now.
Hope Easterling's first shot is up and good. Her second shot is up and good. Marshall brings it up, the right corner to Barnage. She gets it out top, over to Orsbond, to Hinkle, down inside to Bree Allen. She hands it off to Orsbond. Orsbond goes to the hole, and she's fouled. That's the first team foul on the Lady Redmen. I didn't see who that foul was on.
0-0.
Matney. Orsbond at the line. Puts it up. High arcing shot, in and out. Second shot is up and good. 47-23, 4:24 on a running clock. Matney picks her dribble up. Hanshaw inside to Easterling. Back over, and it's knocked out of there. Marshall down in the corner to Henkel. They left her open for three, and she drains it. 50-23, Lady Dragons. Matney dribbling, hands off to Bailey. Bailey puts up a floater, and it's off the back of the rim. Henkel comes out of there with it, over to Barnett's. She puts up a shot from the left baseline. It's good. 52-23. Inbounded to Scott. That's picked off in there by Worsbon. And we got a jump ball, and it'll stay the Lady Redmen basketball. Checking in for the Lady Dragons is Libby Judge, number 32, number 12, Kylie Bruce for Bree Allen and Kirsten Worsbon. Lady Redmen inbound ball. Number 2, Emma Scott out top. Left corner to Bailey. Bailey dribbles to the paint, puts up a runner, and it's no good. Kylie Bruce comes out of there with it. To Marshall. Marshall across the timeline. Over in the right corner to Barnett. Here it goes. Short. But Marshall comes out of there with it. And she's tied up in there by Emma Scott. And it'll be the Lady Dragons basketball underneath their own basket. 3:05 to go in the third quarter, 52-23. Henkel to Marshall. She lets one fly off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Judge. Judge dribbles out, hands off to Henkel. Henkel takes it to the paint, and she's fouled in there by Matney. That's a second team foul on the Lady Redmen. Marshall inbound underneath. Looking, gets it out top to Barnett. She dribbles and gets it to Judge. Judge cross court to Henkel. Henkel to Marshall in the corner, puts up a three, and that's off the rim. Coming out of there with it is Judge, and she gives it to Bruce. And Bruce just gets tied up, and it'll be the Lady Redmen basketball. She's got to learn to keep that ball over her head, Coach. She's a tall girl, and she brings it down. And that ball's picked off by Marshall, and Marshall was quickly fouled.
Who was that on?
He said 2-0. 0-0, Matney. Bruce gets it inbound, puts it up, and it's blocked by Easterling. Easterling comes out of there with it to Hanshaw. Hanshaw over to Bailey. Bailey to Scott. Scott dribbling baseline. She's fouled by Libby Judge. And that's the 15th foul on the Lady Dragons, and going to the line to shoot a pair. Number 2, Emma Scott. Just a freshman.
I tell you, kids like to bring that ball down on a rebound instead of just taking it right back up toward the basket.
Right. First shot up by Emma Scott is good. And it's 52-24. Second shot up off the back of the rim and rebounded by Hanshaw. And she's blocked in there by Bruce. And it's last touch by the Rock Hill Lady Redmen. It'll be the Lady Dragons basketball. 2:20 to go on a running clock. Marshall brings it up. She takes it to the hole, and that looks like it's off her own foot, and it was out of bounds to the Lady Redmen.
Game got a little sloppy this third quarter.
Yeah, a little ragged. Ball's inbounded by Matney. Back to Bailey. Bailey tries to get it out top to, that's picked off by Hayden. And now we got an over and back call against the Lady Redmen. And it's against the Dragons. And it'll be the Lady Redmen ball inbounded by Hayden Bailey. Bailey to Hanshaw. Hanshaw to Easterling. That was a travel. Took one too many there. Took a little skip. And turns it over. 1:54 to go. Judge inbounds the ball to Marshall. Henkel out top, takes it down the lane, puts it up and in. 54-24. Dragons by 30. Matney brings it up across the line, over in the left corner to Bailey. She puts up a shot, and it's draws nothing but air. And coming out of there with is Tommy Henkel. Out top to Barnetts. Barnetts to Marshall. Marshall back to Barnetts. On the left corner or wing to Henkel. Henkel out top to Bruce. Bruce hands off to Marshall. She takes it down low, puts up the shot, and it's good. Matney loses control, but it goes right to Hayden Bailey, back to Bailey. She puts up the shot, and it's short. Rebounded in there by Libby Judge to Marshall. Down to Barnetts. She puts it up and off the glass and in. And 58-24, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Matney walks it up. Brings it across. Outside to Scott. Scott down low to Jordan or Hayden Bailey. She puts a shot up and it's a little short. Barnetts receives the pass from Marshall and she lays it up and in. It's 60-24. Scott dribbling. Baseline, gets the shot up. It's not good, and it would not have counted. So your score after 3 quarters of basketball, the Fairland Lady Dragons 60, and the Rock Hill Lady Redmen 24. When they score. Rock Hill going to the man was a good move. They're not giving up a whole lot of points in their half-court defense.
That is,
They're
you're
giving
right.
them up in the transition.
You're right.
Barnetts receives the pass from Nugmeyer. He's checked into the game along with Allie Penix, Mia Howard, Bree Allen. She puts up a 3 and drains it from the top of the key. Hanshaw with it out front to Scott. Scott dribbles right back to Hanshaw. She gets it out top to. That shot is up by number 22, CG Pancake, and that's an air ball out of bounds. Kaylee Nugmeyer. She's got the ball. She swings around to Howard. Back out top to Kaylee. Kaylee passes. Pass. She gets it back and she loses it to number 22, CG Pancake. She misses it. Hope Easterling gets it, puts it up, misses it. Howard comes out there with it. Bree Allen picks it up, brings it across the timeline.
You know, Coach, Bree is a flexible player. They are playing the 1 right now, and she was playing the 4 and the 5 a minute ago.
Well, the Rock Hills switched their defense up. They're now in a 1-2-2. Inside to Allen. She puts it up and in. Scott brings the ball up for Lady Redmen. Her pass deflected by Howard. Back to Scott. Scott puts it up and drains it. 65-26. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Allen brings it up the floor. Hands off to Barnetts. Barnetts to Nugmeyer. Over to Howard. Howard cross court to Barnetts. She's going to let one fly. in and out. Rebounded in there by Hanshaw. Hanshaw to Easterling. Easterling back to Scott. Scott in the corner to back out top to Easterling. Scott looked like she was going to take that 26-footer. Puts it down inside to Easterling. To the right baseline, and the shot put up there by number 21, Jana Bailey. Dragons. Barnett's working the baseline. Back out top to Nugemeyer. Nugemeyer over to Howard. Howard to Barnett. She puts up a three, and it's off the rim. Coming down with the rebound, CG Pancake. To Hanshaw. Hanshaw puts up a three, and it's no good. That ball's knocked out of bounds by Allie Penix. Checking in for the Dragons, Bree Allen, or checking in for the Lady Dragons is Kirsten Orsbon, Emma Marshall. Checking out Bree Allen and Mia Howard. Redmen get the ball inside to Eastling. She passes it back out to Pancake. Pancake over to Scott. Scott, and that ball's knocked out of bounds by Reese Barnett.
Rock Hill's not quitting. They're still playing hard.
That is commendable to their coach, you know. A lot of kids hang their head and give up. They're still playing hard. Easterling takes it to the hole, puts it up, takes a bit high hop and drops down through. Marshall to Barnett. She puts up another one. Boom. She found her touch now. Emma Scott over to Hanshaw. Hanshaw down low to Jana Bailey. She puts up a shot and it's off the front of the rim. Kirsten Orsbon comes out there with it. Gets it over to Barnett's, back to Marshall. Marshall to Barnett's. Inside to Kirsty. Kirsty down low, and that pass is picked off by Easterling. Easterling up to Scott. Scott back to Easterling. She gives it, taps it out to Hanshaw. Scott on the right wing, hands off to Hanshaw. She tries to get it inside, and Marshall picks it off. And she's fouled, trying to make the full court pass there by Emma Scott. And that's the third team foul on the Lady Redmen. Checking in now for the Dragons, number 21, Jordy Taylor. Kylie Bruce is in, along with Nugemeyer, Penix, and Kirsten Orsbon. Right wing to Kylie Bruce down inside to Kirsten. Kirsten's up and in. Scott brings it up. 69-30. 3:10 to go on a running clock. Hanshaw on the right wing, down inside to Easterling. That wasn't Easterling, that was, that's Easterling. She puts the shot up and it's off the rim. Brought down by Kaylee Nugemeyer. Nugemeyer to Jordy Taylor. Back to Nugemeyer. Inside to Penix. Penix puts the shot up and it's off the back of the rim. Good ball movement there.
Excellent ball movement. Just got to finish.
Get it to go down. Hanshaw, right wing, back out top to Scott, down inside of Easterling, back out to Hanshaw. Scott dribbles, hands it off to Pancake. Pancake over to Hanshaw. That pass is going to be tied up in there by Kirsten Orsbon, and it's going to be. All right, we got the rest of the reserves coming in here. Number 20, Kaylee Sawyer.
Hannah Taylor, Big Country's in there.
Big Country's in there, number 42. And number
Zoe Schmidt.
Zoe Schmidt. That shot is up and off the rim. And it's brought down by Sawyer. Sawyer dribbles it up. Over to Schmidt, back to Sawyer, down inside the Big Country.
That's it. She'll like that.
That was Jordy Taylor. Errant pass out of bounds.
I think we missed Big Country down low that time.
Really? She needs to shoot, man. Now it's time. It's prime time now.
Hey, it's
Get
good.
in, you got to get it.
Hey, it's good these kids get a chance to play a little bit.
Yeah. Easterling out to Hanshaw. Hanshaw back out to Scott. Back to Hanshaw. Inside to Easterling. Back out to Scott. Scott dribbles inside. And there's a shot turned down by CG Pancake. She kicks it out to, that was Pancake that airballed it. Big Country got that one. Gets the rebound, puts it up and in. It's Hannon Taylor putting that ball up and in. CG Pancake. That shot is up by Jana Bailey, and it's off the rim, rebounded. Kaylee Sawyer brings it down the floor. Right corner to Schmidt. Back to Taylor. Taylor to Jordy Taylor. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt lets it go. It's off the back of the rim, rebounded by Jordy Taylor, and she puts it up, but she's fouled in there by number 13. That's Hope Easterling. Team foul number 5. So that's going to send Jordy Taylor to the line to shoot a pair. She puts it up. It's off the side of the rim. Second shot is up, and that looked a lot better. 72-30, 25 seconds to go. Down inside of Easterling, back to Hanshaw, puts up a 3, it's off the back of the rim, and it's rebounded by Taylor. That was Kaylee Sawyer who brought that rebound down. She brings it across the timeline to Zoe Schmidt. Back outside to Sawyer, to Taylor, inside to Penix, to Schmidt. Schmidt puts it up, it's off the rim, and that's it. Your final. The Fairland Lady Dragons 72, and the Rock Hill Lady Redmen 30. We'll be back. Okay, with us now we have Coach John Buchanan. Runs his record to 15-1 on the season and 11-1 in the conference, tied for first with Coal Grove Hornets. Coach put another 72 up. I think that was the final Monday, 72-46.
Yeah, we turned the ball over a lot. Can you hear me? We turned the ball over a lot. I think that, even at halftime, we had 42 points. We didn't feel like we played great offensively. Now, obviously, early we shot the ball tremendously. We shot the ball really well early. But overall, I thought we had way too many turnovers, a lot of unforced stuff. Sometimes we're trying to speed the other team up so much that it speeds us up, and we end up turning the ball over.
We were talking about that. I thought we were going a little too fast.
Yeah.
They came out in man, and we didn't do so well against their man.
Right.
But we did great in transition.
Yeah. Right.
But I thought your team really played well against the zone.
They
Really
did.
passed the ball.
They did.
Didn't waste a lot of dribbling.
Right.
Just moved the ball and got
Right.
it down inside, and Bree Allen went off on him.
I'll be honest with you, last time when we went out there, we made a bunch of threes today, but I think we made 13 out there last time we played them, and didn't have much of an inside game. Today I thought we had a really good inside out. Like, we scored a lot in the paint, so we were able to play on the perimeter and inside, which what we want to do offensively against the zone. We want to play inside out. We want the ball to touch the paint before we shoot threes. just to, if anything, keep those 4s and 5s active. We want them to know that, like, hey, if they're open, they're going to touch the basketball. Like, it can get frustrating one pass and shoot the ball, like if you're playing as a
I
post player.
thought your team worked the short corner.
Yeah, they
to
did.
Perfection.
They did. They did a really
To
good job with it.
perfection. And Barnett's didn't have it early, but she did have
Right.
it late.
Right. Honestly,
And,
I don't think, did she make a 3?
Oh, yeah.
Did she?
Yeah, she had a
I know
couple.
I know she made some jumpers. I didn't know she made a 3. So
She did?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She did, like she actually didn't. So it's really not a typical good shooting night for her. I mean, obviously
Right.
we've seen what she can do. So I feel good about putting up 72 with her not making a 3-point shot.
Yeah, really.
You know,
Well, Coach, who you got next?
we got Peebles at Peebles on Saturday. It'll be a big
On
test.
Saturday, yes.
Peebles is number 5 in the state in Division 4. They got 1 loss. They got a kid going to Western Carolina. Another kid that's a freshman that's really good. They're one of the favorites to go to state tournament out of D4 in Southeast Ohio. So it'll be a really good test for us and something that'll prepare us for the tournament.
Absolutely. That's great. I know your kids will play well. They seem to play up
Yeah.
to their competition.
Yep.
You played a great game against Fairfield, who was a really well-coached,
right.
talented ball club.
Yep.
And you played well in other big games. So
Right.
I
hope
think
so.
you guys will do fine. Coach, we appreciate you taking time to
Yep.
talk with us. I know
Thanks,
you want
guys.
to get back there and celebrate a little bit, talk it over. Thank you.
All right, let's start out with the Lady Redmen. Aaliyah Matney had 3. Hayden Bailey had 5. Emma Scott had 10, leading scorer tonight. Hope Easterling had 8. Jana Bailey had 2. And Mackenzie Hanshaw had 2 for a total of 30. Lady Dragons, Emma Marshall had 13. Reese Barnett's had 8. Kylie Bruce had 2. Kaylee Sayers had 1. Bree Allen had 22, leading scorer. Tommy Hinkle had 15. Mia Howard had 2. Big Country had 2. And Kirsten Orsbon had 7. So, again, a lot of scoring there tonight from a lot of people. I think there's 9 girls from Fairland scored. That's
Well,
pretty balanced.
72 points, you're going to get some kids scoring. And they put up 72 Monday against Chesapeake. So the kids are finding the basket. I was really impressed with the way they moved the ball against the zone. And Coach Buchanan was right. They got a little sloppy at times, but trying to pick up the pace. Like you say, they got a little bit too fast themselves and had way too many turnovers.
I'll tell you, Saturday's going to be a good test for them. It's going to be a
yeah.
really good test.
I hope we get to see that somewhere on
Well, we hope.
yeah. Now, if they are, Jeff Gorby will post it on Facebook and give us the link, and we'll be able to tune in and check it out. But that's going to do it this evening from the Carl York Center. Fairland Lady Dragons 72, Rock Hill Lady Redmen 30. Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.